We've been covering deficiencies in our lives and all the things that cause us to act out in dysfunctional behavior and sin. And as pastors, we know that the antidote for sin is abstinence and obedience to God's commands. But I want to take that a step further and understand exactly how that works. You know, pastoral counseling used to be all about abstinence. So a young man would come into a pastor's office and confess his sin, and the pastor would hold up the Bible and show him a verse and say, "You see that right there, young man? That verse says you're sinning. Do you want to go to hell when you die, young man? No? Well, then you better stop that sin right now." And the boy would say, "No, Pastor, I don't want to go to hell. I promise I'll never do it again. God, if you just forgive me, I promise I'll never do it again." And 2 months later, what's the boy doing? He's doing the same sin again. Why? Because no one ever addressed how to overcome it. So, abstinence is certainly a good first step in overcoming sin, but listen, it's only 50% of the solution. The other 50% is discovering God's good, clean, healthy way of fulfilling that desire. Thomas Aquinas once said that the root of every sinful behavior is a legitimate God-given appetite. And I believe that to be true, and I've seen it played out in many people's lives over the years in counseling. So let's use the sin of illicit sexual behavior as an example. The root of that sin is a legitimate God-given appetite for sexual pleasure. As a matter of fact, without it, our species would have been extinct thousands of years ago. So the problem is not the appetite. It's the way the appetite is being fulfilled. Illicit sin is the counterfeit that's destroying the boy's life. So don't just stop at abstinence. Cover the other 50% by showing the boy God's plan for that desire to be fulfilled to the point that he never falls for the counterfeit of sin again. Remember, abstinence is only 50% of the solution. The other 50% is God's healthy design for that appetite to be fulfilled.